Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we'll be learning about forms in Django and how to receive forms from the user and how to give an appropriate output. So just to be clear, this is the fourth video of our Django series. So we'll be looking into forms in this video and how to manage the get request and the post request from the user. So let me hop on to VS Code. Okay. So this was our site till now, right? So I'll just show you a progress. We have something like this with an yellow background saying, hello, I'm learning Django and I'm loving it. So now let's say instead of this, after this, you want to ask the user for his name and you want to ask the user for his age. And if the age is 18 or above 18, you want to print something out like you are eligible to vote. And if it's below 18, like you have to print something like you are not yet eligible to vote. So how do you do that in Django? So the first thing we have to do is to make the form, right? Because to ask the name and age of the user, we have to make a form. So the first thing you have to do is to go to your home.html where we have this hello, I'm learning Django, and you have to make a form. So how will you make a form? In HTML it's actually very easy. Just put in form and I'll put action equals empty for now. I'll say what this does. Whoops. Okay. So now what do you want the first line to be? I'll enter in something like please enter in your name. So it'll be like please enter in your name. All right. And after this, we want a small box, right? Like for the user to enter his name. So I'll put input type equals text. All right. And we'll also give a name to this. We want the name to be equal to name, right? Because when we'll use this later, like we want to reference it by the name, because this will ask the name from the user, right? Hopefully you guys get the point. And I'll put the br tag over here because I want my next line to like come after this. Okay, so now my next line will be please enter in your age. All right, so after I do this again, I can do input type equal to text and name equal to age. All right, then I'll just put a couple of BR signs here. I will say why, because after this I need my submit button. So I'll put input type equal to submit. All right, so now that's your form. So we have name here to reference the name part of this. We have age here to reference the age part, and then we have the submit button to for the user to post the form. Okay. So now what do we want to do with this form? So now the only thing we want to do is we want to check if the age is equal to 18 or above 18, right? So we have to call a function for that because we have to make a function which checks this, which checks if the age is equal to 18 or above 18. So we'll make a function for that. All right. So what we'll do is we'll go to views.py and we'll create a function for a new HTML page. All right, so we'll display our answer on a new page because after you submit a form, like you'll automatically be redirected to some other page, right? So similarly, the first thing I'll do is in my templates folder, I will make a new HTML file called answer.html. All right, now this will be empty. So I'll say what we'll do in this. The first thing is you have to link the path of the answer.html to this, right? Like similarly, you linked the path of the home page. You have to also link the path of the answer.html. So now what do I do? Now here I put answer because this will be my answer.html, right? So like, I'll put answer there and I'll put views.home. Not home. Views.answer because even my function's name will be answer. I'll make it now and name equals answer. All right, so I'll save this. Now I'll go to my views.py. I have to make a function called answer because I specified that. It'll get a request from the user. And now what? Now I have to check for one thing. I have to check if has no attribute answer because I didn't make the function yet. Anyways, so it has to check if it's equal to 18 or above 18, right? So the first thing is I have to get the value. So I'll just put A for age and I have to get the value from the HTML form. How do I do that? As you guys remember, I put this as age, right? So whenever I want to like call this, I have to like just put in age. So I can put in request dot get age. So what this does is when when a user will press submit, he will post the form. So it's our job to get the form from him, right? So I put request dot get because we want to get the information. And then what do we want to get? We want to get age. All right. So yes. Now I have to check if A is more than or equal to 18. Then I can return render request because okay answer.html and then I'll make a dictionary here. I will say why. Okay, now similarly I'll just put else here. Whoops, put else and put the exact same thing over here. Okay, so now what? Now what do I plan to do with the dictionaries actually? So what I want to do with the dictionary is I have to see. So if it is equal to 18 or above 18, I want to print something like you are eligible to vote on the answer.html, right? And if it's below 18, I want to print something like you are not eligible to vote, right? So if it is above or equal to 18, it means that he is eligible to vote. But how do I get this info all the way to answer.html? So I'll use a dictionary for this. I will just put it as answer colon. Now what? Now what I want the message to be? I want the message to be something like you are eligible to vote. That's it. And now similarly I'll do the same thing for this. I'll just put as answer. And what I want the answer to be in this. Since it is below 18, I want the answer to be you are not eligible to vote, right? So I'll say you are not eligible to vote. Whoops, to vote. Yeah, and that's it. So now how do I get this info all the way over there? So let me go to answer.html. So now we have to use something known as the Jinja format. All right. So let me get my normal HTML code. Okay, I'll just be naming this as answer, and okay, I'll be putting something like this. So if you put double curly brackets, it means that it's in Jinja format. So Jinja is basically a template language for Django. So what this will do is it will go to views.py and get the answer from here and bring that into answer.html. But sometimes Jinja may not be installed on your VS Code, so you have to go to this go to extensions and search for Jinja and you have to install it. All right, as you can see, I already have it installed. So yeah, now what? So now let me save this and let me save this as well. Let's reload and see if we get any error. For some reason I'm getting a red line over here. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot to put a comma, my bad. Okay, let me save this again and see if it works fine. Okay, it started. Let me go here. Let me refresh my page. I should be getting a form. Okay, so please enter your name. I'll just be putting in Jake and please enter your age. I'll just put 34 because why not. Let me submit the form. It should be showing. Okay, what happened here? It is not getting redirected. Why is that? As I told you guys in home.html, after we make the form, we have to like give the form to a function. That's why we have action, but I forgot to fill this in with the function. So we want this form to go to the answer function, right? So inside this, I'll just put answer. So by that way, this form will go to the answer function, and then the following will happen. So let me save this. Hopefully it works. Now let me refresh the page. Okay, name as Jake, age 34, submit this. We got an error. Okay, now what happened? So what happened is, let me go to views.py. So if you guys remember, I am getting the age in a string format, right? Because the text is basically in a string format. But what I did here is I checked if a string is bigger than or equal to 18. So like that won't make any sense. So I have to convert this to an integer first. Alright. And then I have to search for it. So let me let this thing reload, and it should work now. Let's learn along the way. Let me reload this, and there you go. It prints out you are eligible to vote, right? And let me go back to our, now let's say I put in something like 11. So it should show like you are not eligible to vote. There you go. It shows you are not eligible to vote. So yeah, that's basically it. So this is how you handle the get request and the post request from the user. And we also learned how to integrate them into forms and bring out a good output, right? Okay, so now that's it for this video. If you have any doubts, please do leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.